and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ryan, I had somebody ask me about the water shut off on Carl because they're right behind the new duplex going in, out behind the liquor store there.
Oh, yes.
And she asked me, she said, is it okay to have a shut off that's not on my property but for my house? And I told her, I said, well, the shut off to your house is just in city right away.
Yeah, it's in the city right away. Yeah.
Okay.
She has a pit meter. They have a pit meter right there.
Oh yeah.
Almost like straight out. I don't know if that house used to own that lot. That's house there, but it's in the right of way, and then it probably just maneuvers over to the house. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Typically it's no. It's usually on the property, but there's a few in town that are like right on the property line. So could have two just sitting right next to the property line, but they're on the one property or on the other. We do have a couple of those around here.
Yeah.
Because they stuck them in. They're right next to each other, so they are on someone else's property. But usually they're still in the right of way.
Back in the old days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're still in the right of way from like the street right of way type things.
All right. Is that a 2-apartment duplex going in there?
Yes. Yeah. We'll have to get two taps across the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. That's two going in there.
The other one's a double too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. You got anything for us? Looks like we have a
I do. I got
quote here.
Yeah, I got a few things for you, or updates, I guess. I did get a quote to replace, was it 2023? Or 2022? Or 2020. It was a 2020 mower, which is the older one. I got a quote to replace that mower. Usually about every 2-3 years we swap them out. This one here is a little bit longer than normal. But I think this one we got late in the year, and it sat there for a while. We got it late. But I did have Kevin give me a price to replace the mower. One is with regular wheels, right? And the other one's with the twills.
One's with the twills on it.
Which is I don't know, we probably go through a set of tires a year on the mower, typically, I think. And maybe a couple sets of the front tires a year. They had a lot of wires, and there's a bunch of wires out right now from the flags and different stuff. So
Yeah, the twills. I was talking to my rep, and he said he has a customer up north. He's a commercial cutter, and he uses the twills, and he runs about 1,000 hours on a machine and trades them every year.
Yeah.
He takes the twills off and puts them onto his next one, and they last about 2,000 hours. The wheels do, and he said doesn't have to worry about flat tires or anything. He said
Correct.
the guys can just go.
just go. I had with John, like they were stuck. They said they got better traction with them too. So
Yeah, obviously they're a lot more money. They're more money, but
yeah.
in the long run, they pay for themselves.
Don't understand what a tweel is, but
It's weird. It's hard to describe. I didn't know what it was either. I mean, I knew it after we talked about it a while back, but basically it's the wheel that's not aired up. It's kind of
Plastic.
It's plastic,
It's like a plastic
rubber type thing.
rubber, and then there's a tread around the outside of it.
Yeah. It looks like a weird tire, but it is. Oh. But I didn't know if I should get. I think we have it. We have a mower in budget every year. I think so. And we'll be trading the other one in. The older one will be traded in for it.
So you have a preference on going with the twheels? I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I would rather have the twheels because we do a lot of tire maintenance on those mowers. So yeah, if we can even get that, not cutting a tire up here and there would be a plus. So we don't mow a lot of favorable ground. We mow a lot of ditches and side banks and all kinds of stuff where it gets thrown in there. So glass, we've had glass cut the tire. So
oh yeah.
And there's money budgeted for this?
I do believe we had everything in there. Yeah.
Yeah, we put it in the depreciation every year.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So if you need it, I mean,
Yeah, you guys know
I'll
that,
move.
if you guys are okay with me getting it, I will.
I'll move to get the tweel.
This one for 16,000 $1,392.50.
I'll second it.
I will abstain.
Alright, all's in favor, raise your right hand. And Kevin abstains, right?
Alright, then I do have a couple, just updates on a couple things. Obviously, we just talked about earlier the rainstorm we just had. I don't know the exact inches of rain we got. It's 7+, I'm sure, but we did discharge into the ditch. It's one of the first times we've done it since that plant's been built. Realistically, we've had a lot of high flows, but it's one of the first times we've discharged due to rainfall,
Really?
not a mechanical problem.
Wow.
But we were full. We had a couple homes we backed up in. These are homes that are normal problems, childs, and check valve or something. They were told to put check valves on them many years ago. Now these aren't the same owners. I don't know if they're the same owners or not. I know back in the day our insurance company put them on there. We're not paying for anything anymore. So we used to have to do some damages in there, but I talked to them the whole time. Was in contact with them.
This is the one that had the swale behind their backyard?
No, that's a different one.
Okay.
These guys are in the Burnwood Court Edition area over there.
Yeah.
They're ones used to be several homes that used to happen, and now there's usually gets to one or two of them. They're always the same. They are the same ones. So we did that issue. The plant pumped nonstop. I mean, we probably pumped for 3 days straight. Those pumps were running, so it wasn't fun. The pond is full. We are slowly bringing it back. We can only bring it back so fast because we still have ionite. We still have extra water coming in right now. You know, we would usually do about 200,000 a day. We're probably still doing 300,000. Plus, we got to bring the pond back in, and we can't go over 400,000. So we're bringing back in what we can, but you know, we're limited to what we can do. So hopefully, before we get it down a little bit before the Thursday storm comes back in.
Yeah. Sure.
So we're working on that to get it back down. We had some issues with the Goodman loggers in our system.
The what?
The Goodman loggers we have that are on our valves out in our system for listen for vibration.
That's the first time I've ever heard you say that.
That's where they come
Years.
from, the Goodman loggers. About 3 weeks ago, well now it's probably been about 4 weeks ago, the ones we had in the system just stopped. Like, just out of nowhere, all of them went down. I knew we had the new ones coming in, so those came in about 3 weeks ago, so I knew I was gonna be talking to the rep from the company, and he started pulling up and he's like, okay, something's wrong, something really weird has just happened. So we went and set all the new ones up, had all the new ones ready to go. All the loggers are sitting in the shop right now. We went through, programmed everything set up. All the new ones reported to him, and then they didn't work anymore. So, in the meantime, he sent new SIM cards for the older ones and new antennas for the older ones I already pulled all them out and had them sit in the shop. As we were doing those, all of them came online. He doesn't know what, unless we had a tower down somewhere that those things were shooting a signal to, but all of a sudden the next morning, before we even changed anything, they were all back up and running. We went and changed everything out anyway, so it's all got the most update stuff in them. They'll be redeployed here, hopefully within the next week or so if I get out there and get them put in. So they do take me a little time to get them out there and get them down on everything, and they've already kind of cleaned everything off, but everything's got water in it now, so it's a little harder for me to get them down in there. So those I've been fighting with. Then I've been having all the bore crews. I've been having locates, and then more locates. So I did do an interview today. I got another 2 more this week. So then I'll be hollering and sending emails out and see what we can come up with. So I'm doing interviews. And then the last thing I was at a conference. I don't know if it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago now. My weeks are getting confused. So just down there learning a lot of stuff about what we were talking about with the trail systems and our water stuff we're doing. So it was a nice conference. I have a book here if you guys want to know more about what we did, and a lot of different stuff with financing, and I try to go to those instead of the demo shows. So, so yeah. I think that's all I have.
Financing, I find more interesting than people just showing me the new stuff.
Yeah, like I say, how the grants are doing, and and all that kind of stuff. What the states and everybody's looking for when we do that.
Yeah.
new projects and how people went about getting the proper grants and funding and stuff for it. So
All right.
that is all that I have.
Thank you. Questions for Ryan? Anything else? All right. Brad, he one-upped you. He just bought something.
Yeah, 3 more things I had, 'cause I don't have anything. I don't have any Gutermans
Busy couple weeks, man.
or Guterman brother Twill or whatever you call him. Twilly. No, I don't have anything.
All right. How's it going, Kevin?
Oh, it's going, buddy.
Going?
Oh yeah. Kids back in sports, full swing right now. So,
He's
Busy. I remember those days.
yep.
We used to have one kid at one ball field, another kid in another ball field, and split up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting to. So, you guys may not see me a whole. It depends on what's going on for the week. And
Yeah.
at night, I might be at the Board of Works, but I'm at the council. So, just could depend on how things go for the next little bit. Next couple meetings.
All right. I gotta pull. Pull this back up. You'll have a chance to look at the minutes from
Yeah.
last meeting?
Yes, good to me.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, me too. Move to approve minutes.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye.
Okay.
And do you have payroll too?
Yes. Yep. I got 2 payrolls. One's coming out on. I included it in there. So,
Okay.
that's what's nice about doing this new system is that I can throw things in there. So if you guys
Oh, yeah.
did that today, that was in there a few hours ago.
Go ahead, sign those.
Okay.
Sign those and we'll just pass them like that.
Kevin ordered it anyway. Kevin ordered it anyway.
You have anything else for the board, Kevin?
I don't think I have anything. Not that I can think of.
Only other thing I have is the LOIs for the trail are due the 9th. So we should be getting those, the letters of intent for engineers to propose to be a consultant of ours. So those are all due on the 9th, so sometime after that we'll be grading those. It's the only other thing I have. Anybody have anything?
Oh, did you ever talk with John on, did he ever figure out a date or still don't know?
He doesn't have a sure date or anything. He still was looking around July, but he bought a new toy, so who knows?
So it might be working for a little while yet, what they say.
So yeah. He really gave no definite answer. I don't know.
Alright, don't have anything else? I will move to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Alright.
It's quick.